Well, hello everyone and welcome to Monday's edition of Reptile News. First things first, okay, a story went out on Facebook yesterday that, well, it was a hoax. It was not true, and it was kindly pointed out to me that it was a hoax, and you can see here on the original story right there that it was a hoax. So, yeah, anyway, not true, so moving on. A couple of other things that happened that were true. A ball python, or as they call them overseas there, a royal python had climbed out of a drain over the weekend. You may have seen the Mystical Drain Snake Returns article. Apparently this snake came out of a drain and surprised a woman, and she called police. They recovered the snake, and while they did say it was not illegal to keep the snake, there were bylaws in that town that say that you have to keep the snakes locked up. So they wanted to speak with the owner, and then the very next day they found the owner. Well, police didn't find the owner, but the owner stepped forward one way or another, and he didn't claim his snake though, and he's not sure he's going to claim his snake, and this kind of started an outpouring of responsibility as far as pet keeping, that if you're gonna get, if you're gonna get a pet, it's a pet for life, obviously. And so yeah, not sure he wants his snake back, and right now it's staying with somebody from the SPCA over there, and hopefully they'll find it a home and not just put it to sleep. And a story coming out of Wyoming, which is kind of weird because I don't know. It's Governor Matt Mead just signed a law calling pet abuse a crime. Apparently it had something to do with they're making laws, doing all this legislation and the repeals and everything, and there was a little loophole in there that abusing a pet was not a crime, and so it is now, but it wasn't before. And it boggles my mind that in 2011 there was actually a state where it was not a crime to abuse a pet. So yeah, good times and good news. Obviously, they are not using taxpayer. Well, they are, but they're not adding to taxpayers' burden on this. They're diverting $100,000 from their operating fund to be able to cover enforcement for this new law that should have been there all the time. And next, some really interesting but some kind of downer news coming out of UC Berkeley. Scientists are saying that at the current rate, 75% of all animals on Earth are going to be extinct within 300 years. Now, they're calling this a mass extinction, the likes of which have only been seen a few times in the history of our planet, one of which was the dinosaurs and the meteorite and all that stuff. But they're saying that this one is actually being caused by climate change as well as humans, and they are saying there's a couple fixes for this. Number one, reduce the rate at which the human population reproduces, and number two, reduce our dependency on fossil fuels. Both of those options are not very popular with the majority of people that live on this planet, so it's kind of takes a little bit of hope away from the future here. And it really got me thinking, a quote, if you guys didn't hear it, go back and listen to it right now. Bob Irwin was on Urban Jungles Radio the other night, and something he said on there really got me thinking, especially about this story. He said that animals can live fine on this planet without humans, but humans cannot live without them. And it just really gets me thinking, what is it going to take for enough people to come together for the greater good? I mean, we're not talking about being able to afford your home or find work. We're talking about the existence of our species here on this planet, and what's it going to take for enough people to come together and work for that greater good to try to maybe reverse some of the problems that we've caused here. And of course that story takes us right into your question of the day, which is, what do you think about that? You think it's too late? You think that we're just doomed and we're going to live out our existence here until we destroy the planet and maybe some of us can find a new one? Or do you think it's still possible to raise enough awareness on the issues at hand to actually make a difference and possibly change the future in which our planet is heading to quickly, so our children's can enjoy it? What do you think? Leave a text, comment, or a video response. And as always, if you're still watching, my name is Jason White. Now you know what's going on in the reptile world. Be good to each other.